Okay, last time we created some weapon presets, and today I want to show you how you could add something like a collectibles preset where you have all the collectibles on your server and you want to select one of the items and spawn them. So first of all, we're going to rename our preset to preset weapons so we can use that later in another video. And let's add a new preset and call this collectibles. And I've already added a collectibles mod so we can use these items. Let's search for collectible. Let's start with the Bitcoin. And now I'm just going to add all the different ones, or at least the ones without different versions. So I want to handle these differently. Let's do the cross necklace, and then we have these three. I'm going to skip them and use the GPU, Intel, say memory card, pocket watch, RAM, retro toy. Okay, I think that's more than enough. And for the other ones, let me check. So we had the floppy disks. I'm going to create a new preset, floppy disks, and I'm going to add all the floppy disks in here. So this one, and without individual chance, and then this one, and this one. So now I have all the floppy disk in one preset. I'm doing it this way because I don't care about which type of floppy disk I want to spawn. I care about the floppy disks and the retro toy and all of the other items. And if I spawn a floppy disk, I just pick one of these. I don't really care which one. They are just equally worth the same amount, so it doesn't really matter. So now in the collectibles, we are going to add the floppy disk preset and also all the other collectibles we added. And let me check, we also skipped the Game Boy. Let's do this one too. So we add a new preset called Game Boy. And then add default item, the Game Boy. Here, default item, this one. And do it for all the Game Boys. Okay, now we have all the Game Boys. Let's go back to our collectibles and then add the Game Boy preset and also add all the collectible items. Let's do that real quick. And now everything would spawn with the same chance. So we would equally get one of these items selected. But to do this, we need to disable individual chance for each of them. Otherwise, this is going to spawn all the items, which we don't really want. Now the Game Boy, this one should have individual chance disabled by default anyways. Okay. So now let's test our collectibles. We'll see it's already spawning. And yeah, this looks really good. Let's check our item statistics. So I think we got 10 different things in here now. In our collectibles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, exactly. So that's why we see these 10% chances here. And now our floppy disk, they share the 10% chances for 3 different items. So we have 3.3% for each of them. And for the Game Boys, we have 9 different items. So each Game Boy would have a 1.1% chance. Yeah, basically that's how you can do collectibles. We can now change the chances a little bit. So the Bitcoin, for example, we don't want to spawn it that often. We want to spawn it like with 10th of the chance. And now we can see the Bitcoin is now almost 1% of all the items. And these ones all got slightly increased because the Bitcoin now has a lower chance. And now with the GPU, we could do like half the chance, and Intel might be something we want to spawn twice as much. the memory card maybe even 5 times. And now let's see, we get in 36% of the cases the memory card, the Intel 14.7%, and now the Bitcoin is even lower because we increase the chance for the memory cards, so everything else will be lower. So yes, that's basically how you can play around with the different chances. And now if I add a new preset for our chest, spell it correctly, set this to root and add our collectible preset in here, we would spawn exactly one collectible in our chest. So let's test it out. Click save and then at our chest config, let's change the preset bunker chest to preset chest and then save it. And now let's open it and we see we got a memory card. Okay, so this one was more common than the others. Let's check the other chest. Okay, we got the Intel here. Maybe we are a bit more lucky. Another memory card. So as you can see, the memory card is definitely spawning more often. And another memory card. So let's check the other bunkers. And another memory card. Another memory card. Okay. Let's see. Ah, okay. Now we got a retro toy. So, and the last chest, and another memory card. Yeah, it's quite often, so you might want to change the chances, but yeah, for our example, this is working fine. So, let's say we have our preset collectibles now, but we want to spawn 1 to 3 collectibles. So, currently we are always spawning 1. And to do this, we need to add 2 helper presets. So, we add a preset and let's call this collectables underscore 100%. And we just add the collectibles here and nothing more. Oh no, we need to enable individual chance. And then we add a preset and call this collectibles 50% and also individual chance, but set this to 0.5. And now add the collectibles here. And now in the chest, we still spawn 1 collectible preset. We will delete this. And to spawn 1 to 3 items, we need to add the collectibles 100% once. And now fill it with 50% collectibles. You can use Control D to duplicate an entry. So we have 100% and 3 in total. So this one will spawn 1 to 3 items. So we can also select the container again, so it's easier to see. And when I preview the chest preset by just double clicking and then hitting reload, you can see I get 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2 items, 1 item, sometimes even 3 items. So you spawn 1 to 3 items in here. And if you want to change it to like 2 to 5 items, you just duplicate the 100% and the 50% ones. So we have 5 in total and 2 of them are 100%. So let's see, 2, 4, 3 items, 3 items. And in most cases, you will see around 3 items. So this is the highest chance. And then 4 and 3 items are the highest. So sometimes we will see 2 and sometimes even 5, but these are a bit rarer. And most of the times we just see 4 or 3 items. And in the item statistics, we also see the memory card in here is spawning at 36.7%, but 3.5 times. So we have 2 to 5 and the middle is 3.5. So that's why we see the times 3.5 in here. And as you can see, in 10,000 spawns, we would get around 12,000 of the memory cards. And yeah, that's how you can do, like, have a min and max set. It's a little bit more complicated, but yeah, it makes sense if you get how it works. And yeah, we can also add the weapons to the chest. So let's quickly do this and then simply also spawn a weapon. And yeah, that's how you can set up your collectibles. And in the next video, I'm going to go into detail about like how you can spawn your other loot, like medical stuff and some other, and that will be nicely distributed across all the different chests. And yeah, see you in the next video.